Edna Thomas, a teacher on Christmas Island. In 1951, Edna Thomas moved to Perth. She wanted something different in her life, and she wanted that thing to be in teaching or childcare. So Edna enrolled in Claremont Teachers College, graduating a year later in rural school teaching. For the next 3 years, she volunteered at a school in the Kimberleys. But when Edna returned to Perth, she realized life without all the challenges she had just wasn't as good. Fortunately, the education department were in need of someone to apply for the role of head teacher on Christmas Island European Infant School. Edna did and got the position. In 1957, she arrived to Christmas Island from Fremantle on the MV Corona. One day, Edna's friend, the secretary of the BPC management, invited her to go on the TSS Islander with her. Edna knew the ship because she saw it unload phosphate from her accommodation window. Edna and the secretary joined the ship's next supply run, where Edna got to know Captain Frank Gray, her future husband. Edna loved the island and talked about the red crab migration numerous times. However, after a year of teaching on Christmas Island, she had enough. She found it lonely as a single woman in a European community. So, in March of 1958, she left the island. But before she left, Captain Frank Gray said during his last trip to Christmas Island, "Whenever you have had enough, come up to visit me in Singapore." And she did. The two even getting married in September that year. She lived and taught in Singapore, then her hometown Sydney, raising 3 children with her husband. Edna Thomas was the head teacher at Christmas Island European Infant School. She demonstrated endurance and courage, not only as a single woman, but teaching on a remote island. She also displayed mateship with the secretary, her husband, and as the head teacher. Although she only lived on Christmas Island for a year, her time here was one that will be remembered.